Welcome to game number 2 of the Atomus Wave trilogy. This is NeoGeo Battle Coliseum. This was released a few months before our next King of Fighters game. And since it has King of Fighters characters and it happens to be a martial arts tournament with them in it, of course we're going to tackle this game. This is a game that seems like, once again, SNK is responding to an idea by Capcom. Capcom had this idea of throwing a bunch of their action combat games together, your fighting games, and putting them into one fighting game. Street Fighter characters and Darkstalkers characters, and maybe a few obscure ones along the way. And SNK put out what I feel is the superior version of that. Of course, we're playing this on Xbox 360 because, honestly, it looks prettier and you have to break your back a lot less to get the secret bosses. Because I do have the PlayStation 2 version, but between the two, yeah, this was a no-brainer. So we have a combination of King of Fighters characters, Fatal Fury characters, Art of Fighting characters, a few classic characters thrown in along the way. Even characters from Metal Slug, which is that other SNK franchise you might know. And speaking of other SNK franchises you might know, let's pick Haohmaru. And yeah, let's pick him as well. Just so I can say I have one King of Fighters character in here. But what's this game like? Well, it is a 2-on-2 tag game. And all the fixins that come with it. This is a 5-button fighter, which means obviously there is a tag button. So, per the usual, Haohmaru, not too big on combos, because that's not what his game is about. But he swings sword hurts a lot. A lot. Alright, and Kim is honestly one of the best characters in the game, because he just has everything he needs. Of course, Cyberwoo from King of the Monsters also has a lot of things. I'm trying to have this game be nice, but obviously that's not in the cards. And we killed their operator too! Alright. So that is a D-Assault. It's very important we hit those because it governs the final boss you'll meet. I'm aiming for a certain amount. And then we should be good to go.
KO! You win! Yosh!
Alright.
No escape!
Nice 3D backgrounds.
Fight!
But as far as this game is concerned, there are a few things that do bother me about it, not gonna lie. So there's a special dash in this game. You press both light buttons together. It costs meter to use. And it always bothered me that mobility of any kind costs meter, like basic mobility. D-Assault, very important. It affects the character's red light, aka the life they get back when they're not active. But yeah, Haohmaru, big swinging sword, hit hard lots.
KO! You win!
I basically debated between having a character that is good or having a character that I can talk a lot about, like Kisara, who's from a game developed by ADK, like the World Heroes characters also in this game through ADK, a company that SK basically bought at one point.
No escape! Fight!
But that would be denying me this swing that hits like a piston. 3, I believe. Alright, you're taking a lot of damage, so I gotta tag you out. And him's hypercharge. I'm not completely certain of the effects of hypercharging, but yeah, they're pretty good effects. It means having a rainbow life bar, and that's all I need to know.
KO! You win!
Alright, another fellow Samurai Showdown character.
No escape! Fight!
The 3D stages of this game are also insane. Like, we are being chased down by a metal slug boss while there's a fight going on. Alright, that's 4. I think that is enough. But we'll find out in a couple fights. Don't look forward to seeing any more D-Assaults. There are specialized D-Assaults depending on if your characters have a link, like rivals or from the same game. There are a few specialized double assaults, but since we have a team that has no connection whatsoever, I'm sadly not going to be seeing them on my end. But they're just another reason this game has an unexpected amount of love and care put into it.
No escape! Fight!
Still swing harder. Washizuka from the last Blade, another choice. The roster isn't the usual protagonist. Eventually, they do throw some obscure characters a bone. They throw some lesser characters in there to both even out the roster and increase the amount of playstyle. A lot of protagonists means lots of fireballs and uppercuts. So Haohmaru gets his level 3, which is Rage Mode, which means increased attack power, which add that on top of his already incalculable damage. And you can make life bars disappear by snapping your finger. It's pretty sweet.
No escape! Fight!
This is my favorite stage. It's just, you're fighting in front of a wrecked bowling alley. Hang on. Let us fix that real quick. It's just, normally the thing that knocks down the pins and replaces it reconstructs the bowling alley by just cleaning it up? In any case, this is one of the original characters. This is I. She beats you up with Tetris blocks and a last resort option. This game had a ton of love put into it, and it's made no clearer than through its original characters. We aren't even done with this stage getting crazy. There's a giant balloon raising in the background. Big old party balloon. But let's see what we got. 4 D-assaults. We got an invitation to the Coliseum. So you can fight one of 4 bosses depending on how many D-assaults you do. There's Mizuchi, which is Orochi with a brain. There's King Lion, who counters you to death. There's the original boss, Goodman, who commands a tiger spirit with a whip. And then there's this guy, Dio. Dios mío, es Dio. It's NeoGeo, to be precise.
No escape. Fight.
So, he's kind of normal compared to the other bosses. He flies in, he rolls at you, he traps you. He counters you by disappearing. Alright, back out. This is one of the less crazy of the bosses. Believe it or not. Ow, I ran into that. Alright, I'm tagging out. This guy's advertised. Ah, man. So there is a case with red life and just recovering at a ridiculous amount. Not that it matters.
KO. You win.
This man recovers red life at a ridiculous rate, and that is standard issue for the bosses in this game. Believe me when I tell you, it's the most annoying thing you can imagine. Like, you feel like that life bar is not as advertised. So we've basically beaten the ultimate life form, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I'll get you gadget next time. Haohmaru. Unless the Battle Coliseum ends. And Wares is still in business, and as far as I'm concerned, you could stay that way. Fuck that guy with the whip. Not even bothering with him. Not even giving him the time of day. I've fought my boss. I'm good. But that is NeoGeo Battle Coliseum. It is a romp and a half, definitely recommended, especially if you own an Xbox, because the HD version of this is very pretty and very much worth playing. And that's before we get to the finale of our Thomas Wave trilogy, and we've once again saved the best for last, because the invitations are going out.